Hey guys, what's up? This is Rapid, and I am joined with Frank, your all-knowing gamer here. Why don't you say what's up and let us know what's going on with this game?
Absolutely, guys. This is Frank here. We're going to be watching today from the Caitlyn's point of view here. This is going to be a high-level, high ELO ranked game, and in this game we are going to be following DeJester here on Caitlyn, and we're actually going to be on the same team as HotshotGG. So this is going to be a fantastic game, as he is actually running Olaf and going for a very, very early invade here. So I'm glad to be joined alongside with Rapid, and this is going to be a pretty phenomenal game, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. We did get this from Lzuruha Gaming's website, of which DeJester is a member. So we're gonna see how all these professionals do it. So hopefully we can apply some of this to our own ranked experiences. And as far as I'm concerned, I could use as much help as I can get. So they do go ahead and CV the opposing team in the jungle, and right now they're kind of trolling Hotshot, and Shyvana's apparently screwing up. But other than that, hopefully the game goes well.
Yeah, and I do want to note that this is actually pretty early in the. This is actually before here. Actually, whoa, we've got a huge
Wow.
engagement here coming out. Shyvana gets smashed there, but yeah. Before I could finish, I thought this was actually in November that this was uploaded, so this is actually not. This is actually before the WCG in Korea, so all this bantering that's going on here is actually not about WCG Korea. And pretty awesome stuff here. Really nice first blood there, going down to the Udyr. So Udyr in the jungle here is going to have a really heavy advantage, as my watch is getting the background going off here. But really nice advantage, not to mention the steal on the rates, as well as the Caitlyn traps and really nice positioning there, and a ward. So jungle control over this Shaco, it looks like, is going to be really heavy, not to mention with that Udyr is going to be super, super beefy really early on and going to have a really nice start there as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that Shyvana was like doing there. You know, you get your whole team, you're going together, you know, fives, so you can be strong as a 10, and then Shyvana just runs through the bush of death. So not the best part, but now she's going to have a little bit of a disadvantage landing against HotshotGG as Brolaf up here. So we're going to see how he handles this. Can't see how well the harass is going thanks to fantastic health bars on LoL replay, but it kind of looks like they're relatively even. I mean, they both potted, and we'll see how much that sets her back landing against Hotshot.
Yeah, and actually it looks like, wow, Udyr having to flash away here. Shaco in that that bush of death, trying to get off that kill, but when that kill is not effective, that really goes against the Shaco's favor here, as he has gotten clairvoyance there. So he's really going to be behind in levels here, although the Udyr, of course, hasn't gotten his blue buff yet, only getting that wolf camp, so I have to assume that Shaco is a little bit ahead of him there. As far as top lane goes, Shyvana did have her, I believe, W, the built-in Sunfire cape, essentially, I'm going to call it, running on that against that Olaf, so I have to assume that she came ahead on that exchange, but it's still relatively balanced, as you do have cloth armor, 5 health potions. Nobody's going to go anywhere for a long time, as they are just trying to engage on each other, throwing axes.
This is going to be the most pointless fight. She does actually have to flash away, so I'm going to guess she's losing out pretty heavily, as she has backed off the minion wave, probably either afraid of ganks or something like that. If you look bot lane, there was a relatively unsuccessful Shaco gank, as he runs away with not a whole lot of health. So we're going to see this Udyr coming in here, and he gets scouted by a ward maybe, because Shaco backs off. But he's still going to be staying in the area. Shaco, they're trying to gank bot lane, but it does not look like that's too effective right now.
Yeah, and you know, Shaco just basically is just going to stay there
Here he goes.
and try to do what he can. Going for it again. It looks like Udyr is going to get the bear stance off on him. Phoenix stance now trying to push him away, but Shaco's definitely going to be able to get away from this one. Shaco, as long as he hasn't used his Q within the last couple of seconds, he's always good to go for getting away, and it looks like he's going to be chasing down this Udyr with the Soraka to follow. Ward has been dropped in that triangle bush, so that ward that we mentioned earlier wasn't actually up until just now. Just good game sense on the Shaco's part. More engagement going up on top. Ignite has been burned by HotshotGG. Ignite on the reverse side of things from Shyvana, and Shyvana is going to pick up that kill, so HotshotGG is going to go down there. Really epic exchange there, and HotshotGG not living up to his name up in that top lane, as this is just a simple solo queue ranked game, and losing out to that top lane as Olaf.
She's just trolling him, saying she can't use left click, even though she was able to beat him right there. Shaco's poking in bot lane, gets off an ignite, and they're pinging all over. Mid's coming down. Looks like Morgana is coming down to the bot lane, and there goes the headshot off onto Tristana. So Tristana will go down. Morgana, Soraka, and Shaco are still bot lane trying to get something done as this team is pushed to their turret. They can't really go out there. They do see Shaco being, so Udyr is going to run up there and try to get something done, but so many boxes in the bush. Udyr gets out of there with a Janna shield and the turtle stance, so he's not going to take a whole lot of damage, but that Shaco is camping them mad hard.
Yeah, he's actually being super aggressive here, and that's definitely a strength that Shaco carries with him. But you know, he's really low on mana right now, up to 45 mana. I don't think he's gonna be able to deceive out of this one.
Oh,
especially with
silence!
coming in here, big, huge amount of damage there with the ignite going off as well. It looks like Udyr is gonna pick up a kill there. So
yeah, Udyr's not too happy about that. He's a little butthurt that Shaco's been camping them bot for so long. As now Udyr finally gets a chance to start jungling. Like between the Shaco shenanigans in his jungle and like the way the game started, Udyr hasn't gotten a whole lot of chance to do that, so I think we should see things start to even off, but right now top lane, I'm not sure what's going on. It's glitching a little bit for me, but it seems like Hotshot is trying to get a little bit of work done on this Shyvana without taking a lot of damage from that, well, Sunfire cape that she carries with her at all times.
Yeah, and actually, it's really interesting. He has picked up a second cloth armor there. I don't know whether this is part of his build, but Shyvana actually using her dragon form, and for me, it looks like she's only level 5, so that's a little bit funky. But yeah, so in her dragon stance there, trying to get the kill, and it looks like a nice kill there, turnaround from the Olaf. So pretty beautiful stuff there coming up from HotshotGG, finally turning things back around into his favor. But 4-1 now for this team here, as I can't find this bloody watch that's going off in the background. But yeah, nice stuff there, good control. And actually, I do want to point out that this is the patch, this is before the jungle changes, so this is why Shaco is able to go over across the field here and still maintain his level.
Yeah, it does look like even though he was kind of trolling their jungles for a while, it wasn't too big a cost for him. Udyr goes ahead and picks up blue instead of giving it to Kassadin, so Kassadin really, this is before his most recent nerf to his ult, so he can definitely spam that ult and probably needs that blue, but he did go back instead of getting that blue, so I'm not sure if that was the best decision, but right now Kate is being advised to back off as we don't know where Shaco is, capable of crazy dives under turret. But right now they're going to try to back off, but it looks like as this minion wave pushes a little bit more, they could get some damage on the turret. But here comes Morgana up mid lane, and Kassadin just looked like he hopped way up in the air. I'm not sure what's going on there. They do see the Shaco in the jungle, but not a whole lot of action going on right now.
Yeah, and you can see actually there is some aggression coming up from the Kassadin in mid lane, as he does have a Catalyst boots versus the one Doran's Blade, but a nice start binding there on the Kassadin, going to turn things around a little bit, but with that Catalyst definitely going to be able to pick things back up into his favor. Nice damage going on off the top lane. Shyvana down to about 250 health now, trying to get away from this Olaf here. Olaf looking for a nice axe throw, does not land it though, so he is going to have to back off of that one.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things with LoL replay is that if the character whose replay this is watching somewhere on the screen, it will load the health bars. And a lot of times during that fight between HotshotGG and Sangoyangyee, you could see the health bars show up, which means that Caitlyn was watching that, which was also quite helpful for us, you know, being able to see things like hit points, which tend to be pretty important.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things that's like not that important until somebody, you know, dies, which is pretty well the most important thing when you're in lane. But yeah, so it looks like though Shyvana has been able to go back now and does pick up a picks up a death for herself. Apparently she didn't go back. She did have a Madrids on her though at the time of that death, and Udyr's gonna come around here, try to turn things around on the Shaco. Shaco who came in there trying to get off the gank. Nice exhaust there, but Udyr's gonna pick up that kill too. So really pretty god-awful play up at that top lane, actually, as Shyvana dragon dove the Olaf and then got picked off pretty well mid-flight.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what she was trying to accomplish there. They must have been really low. And here comes Udyr in on the Morgana, but she has enough under her turret to avoid any of that harassment. So double buff Udyr going to be going down bot lane, starting to finish this jungle route. They may try for a dragon here as they are all in that area, and Shyvana is getting kind of shut down top. She does have 2 deaths, it seems. 3, oh, I forgot the one at the beginning. Yeah, anyways, so they may try to dragon now that she's probably back on her way up to top lane and does not have teleported.
Yeah, and one thing that's kind of funny here about HotshotGG's build is actually he's got a lot of tier 1 items and not really anything beyond that. Whereas you've got the Madrids, which I would call a tier 2 item, as well as Boots of Speed. Although the advantage I would certainly have to give to Hotshot here as far as items go right now, and it's actually showing Hot. Oh no, sorry, I thought that was his attack. I read his movement speed as his attack damage, tripping out a little bit, but we do have some contention over Dragon potentially in the near future.
Yeah, Udyr's going up there. He may be just positioning for blue to see if he can go ahead and steal that, but no, he's just running up mid towards Morgana to see if they can get some harassment. But Morgana is gone, so they are going to cluster up here around Dragon, set off some wards, see if they can stop Shaco from getting the golem. Do they do it? No, they just push him off the blue buff, and so Udyr's going to try to take this. He is way out of position. We're going to see if Shaco tries to come in here. Morgana is leaving mid lane. Here comes in the Shaco. Does he get... Oh, he does steal the blue buff! So that's a little bit bad for them. Morgana is going to be circling around here. We are going to see a fight around Dragon. Tristana is trying to put out as much damage as she possibly can. Jumping in. There's the Shaco revealing himself. Going in on the Udyr. Shaco being brought really, really low. There comes off the Soraka heals, the Soraka ult, and Shaco does go down. Caitlyn goes down, and right now it's one down for each team, but it looks bad for our heroes if... we count that as the team giving us this replay. Udyr is going to be dropped to hella low, and there Tristana takes that out. And wow, meanwhile, top lane, wow, Olaf goes in there for hard in the paint for that kill on Shyvana.
Wow, and yeah, it looks like Morgana's going to continue the chase down here. Silence goes off on her, though. Really nice stuff there. Tristana's going to jump in there for the kill. Nice heal going off there, as I need to shut off my damn watch. Heal going off there from Soraka.
Ooh.
Really nice stuff. Dark Binding misses, but the pool, the Tormented Soil, actually picks that up. So some pretty interesting exchanges. The double buff, I think that was on Tristana, just got transferred to the Kassadin, and then got retransferred to the Morgana. So nice kill timing there. Definitely worked out in her favor, going into most likely going back to mid lane to pick up that nice juicy wave as Caitlyn is going to head bottom, and things are going to hopefully normalize sometime in the near future as, yeah, there's Morgana popping up, and HotshotGG might get picked off here by the Shaco. We're going to see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm not sure Shaco's going to pick that fight as his, although if you see him walk into those bushes, you can't be totally sure where he is. I haven't seen him puff a smoke, so most likely that's not going to be the case. And Hotshot does make it out. Alright, so they are pinging Dragon, so it looks like they think this is a good opportunity. They do have one top, and Morgana's pushing in on the turret. Kassadin's going to keep her busy mid while Udyr starts on this Dragon. They're calling up for DeJester to come up and try to help them with this Dragon. And looks like with 3 on Dragon and Shaco most recently top. Here comes in Soraka. She's going to scout this out. Going to be pushed away. Support action. Morgana's going to come down from mid lane. But it looks like that Dragon is going to go to our team.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to call this our team because they're giving us replays. And if you're not giving us replays, then you sirs are the enemies.
Suck!
Sirs and madams.
How dare you! We need all the replays to cast all the games.
Cast all the things. But yeah, so yeah, that's going to be a huge advantage, especially with the 9 kills. Actually, one thing that we haven't noted quite yet is the CS. I saw Caitlyn doing work down at bottom. Actually, speaking of Caitlyn, at bottom, she looks like she was getting harassed there a little bit, overextending there as Janna did leave the lane. But taking a look at this CS across the board here, we've got Morgana at 105, very notably over the 68 of Kassadin, so she's certainly winning her lane there. As well as she's got 1 kill for herself, so a really nice playing from the Morgana there. Shyvana up at top lane has 42 comparatively to 73. Bottom lane's got some action going on, but I'm going to pay no attention to that, as reading numbers is certainly more important. And you've also got the one notable as well as 96 versus 66 down at bottom lane in favor of Caitlyn. So pretty heavily in the favor of our team, which I'm going to call our team, the blue team here, as far as CS goes. But mid lane definitely getting dominated there.
Yeah, one thing to point out is Tristana does have 1 more kill, but also 1 more death, so I'm not sure if that's entirely worth it. It does seem like Caitlyn is becoming that CS monster as she does once she itemizes up. Looks like Hotshot is doing his thing, farming in between turrets. But it did it looked like he exerted quite a lot of dominance. Shyvana's complaining that apparently she can't right-click this game, which is pretty impressive given the degree to which she has been playing so far. So I'm gonna guess that it's not an entirely effective troll. Lots of pings going off. Morgana is up top, and Hotshot is gonna get caught in between turrets. He does kill that turret, but now he's gonna kite Morgana around, and we're gonna see if she can get off any sort of CC. No, she fails the Dark Binding. Does get the ult off, and here's Shyvana, who just kind of randomly appeared on my screen. I don't know why her model's not showing up. But anyways, oh my goodness, the flash to avoid the Dark Binding, and HotshotGG is getting out with it looks like 300 hit points on my screen.
Yeah, really, really going pretty low there. And with these gold gen items here, actually, that's certainly going to set him up for the late game. But the little instances like this, if he can survive them, that's going to put him way, way ahead for the later stages of the game. As Shyvana has gone for a pretty standard Wriggles Lantern, even for top lane.
Oh!
And yeah.
Ouch. DeJester just got a mad headshot off. That thing was like 2 HP away from not doing enough damage. And they do manage to exhaust Tristana, who's going to go on to the Janna. Is she going to get him? Yes, Janna does go down, but the jump from... Oh my goodness, so many bounces coming up from an AD carries, but Morgana's here. Is he going to get... Oh, flashes over for the kill! Oh my goodness, DeJester with some pro skills right there. We're going to try to get the CC off onto Morgana. Is she going to Black Shield in time? She does Black Shield a little bit early, but here comes down Kassadin, breaks the Black Shield. Morgana's forced to flash away. There's the slow from Kassadin. The flash from Udyr does get the bear stance stun off, and the ignite is going to be enough to... Oh my goodness, she's living with 2 health. Okay, Udyr does get in there to tank the turret while Kassadin picks up the kill, but man, that was a chase.
Yeah, actually, all that craziness down at bottom, that was some ridiculous chasing going on there, back and forth, and now Shaco stepping in here with the Jack in the Box. Actually, this blue buff is definitely going to have to be surrendered unless Shaco's willing to use his Deceive to get in rather than to get out of these 2 characters here. But with oh, really, really bad stuff there. I don't know whether Udyr planned that or not to pick up that blue buff, but Kassadin's going to walk away with 400 mana here, and he's probably going to have to go home relatively soon, just based on that fact, and no blue buff. So pretty interesting stuff, and more action actually going on up at top.
Oh my goodness, look at the Hotshot. He's like trolling between the turrets at all times. But here comes Shaco, and he just turns around and he's like, Shaco, give me your lunch money. Shaco, he does get exhausted, but he does not get slowed thanks to Ragnarok, which does not break CC. Oh, he dodges the Dark Binding. He comes in here. Is he going to get any sort of a kill? That's actually not going to happen. He's just going to get way cut out in between the middle of nowhere, and that's what happens when you troll a little bit too hard.
Yeah, Hotshot definitely trying to live up to his name there, just going way beyond the borders there, going into no man's land and not finding his way back, as 3 characters did expose that weakness in his positioning, and now he's definitely gone down here. But one thing to note here is just taking a look at these kill scores here. 4 kills on the 4 kills on Tristana and 4 kills on the Caitlyn. But what definitely sets them apart is the CS. But once these items get really working here, it's going to start to show, and it looks like actually Caitlyn's going to pick up yet another kill here onto the Soraka, as Udyr did come in there and really went beyond the borders of that turret there, and Tristana actually having to back out there, trying to pick up a kill in the process, but not doing so, and really, really good stuff there coming up from bottom lane.
Yeah, one of the things that was really sexy is that instead of attacking the Soraka, the Udyr went ahead and walked into the bush before Soraka got into it, so they didn't lose sight of her and enable her to flash away. So that was a really clean kill bot. Now Shyvana's going to kill off the minions and try to see if she can do something bot lane. But meanwhile, AFK farm top HotshotGG continues to increase his CS lead. He's already up to 103, almost up there with mid lane. And yeah, this Shyvana only has 76 last hits, and it looks like 38 on Shaco. So I'm thinking that's not going too well for their team.
Yeah, this is looking really, really rough here, and Dragon actually is going to be up relatively soon. As you can see here, the Udyr has timed this out. I don't know whether he actually texted it out, but he's saying 30 seconds, and not too bad there. And Caitlyn's actually asking Hotshot who his scheduler is. I think that he means that who's calls the timing for his team. As Tristana actually pushes out there. I don't know whether she dropped a ward or not. I have to assume not. Another ward though does go down here from the Soraka, as 4 characters are lining up for this this dragon kill here. Shaco up at top lane is going to mean definitely this dragon's going to go to our hero team here, our replay givers, as HotshotGG actually flashing on top of the Shaco as he deceives away. Really, really aggressive stuff there.
Oh, and they're flashing and Morgana's going to come up here. Is Hotshot going to be able to make it out? He's going to try to be in the bush, but here comes Shyvana, and Morgana's coming up as well. Oh, he's going to try to juke around the bush. Oh my goodness, he gets away. He slows the minions for some reason, picks up his axe again. Maybe he's just doing it for the lifesteal or the spell bam, but he is slowing Shyvana running away through their jungle. Shaco's there. He's going to deceive and see if he can get that last hit off on HotshotGG, who has 250 health right now. There's Kassadin. There's Udyr. They do bait them successfully, but the ult does not get enough. Oh, the pool's going to take down Hotshot if he stays in it. Oh, the Janna ult not good enough for the heals, but they do go ahead and drop down Soraka. And that's 2 for 2 right now. The Ignite's going off. Udyr's going to get caught by the Morgana. Is it going to be enough? No. Udyr's going to flash out, and that is just going to be a 2 for 2 trade. Although I take that back. There's the kill from DeJester. Right as I try to make a prediction. Why you troll me so hard?
Yeah. Really nice exchanging there, actually. That was a really wild fight there. Unfortunately, Hotshot got caught by a dark binding, which was really, really funky there. And Shyvana apparently saying she can't move. I'm just going to go ahead and disregard some of the stuff that Shyvana's saying. I highly doubt that she can't right-click. If you're in this high ELO and your right mouse button doesn't work, there's something wrong there. Unless she made her way all the way up to this ELO without a right mouse button working, then in which case I'm phenomenally impressed, and I'm now going to call her team my team because that's way too badass.
Wow, yeah, 3 and 3 HotshotGG saying his Olaf is GG. I'm not sure that's quite on par with that. I mean, we do have this DeJester clocking in at 7 and 1 right now with 150 farm. That's a little bit more GG looking for their team. She's just sitting bot and farming and farming and farming, and usually that's something we see Hotshot do. But it looks like Caitlyn's out-CSing him a whole lot now.
Yeah, and that's one thing you always want on your team is for your range AD to be super farmed. That's something I mentioned in my commentaries on a constant basis. If your range AD is farmed late game, you are friggin' set. It looks like a huge engagement actually going in here in mid lane. HotshotGG getting shielded by the Janna. With the Shyvana looks like getting caught out there by the Tornado, getting smoked with the by the Janna. So really cool stuff there. And somehow actually Caitlyn got an assist off of that. Shyvana must have hit a trap somewhere in mid lane. Olaf trying to dive past the turret here into all these characters, really trying to live up to his name here. And Kassadin jumping all over top of this Tristana, getting the silence, able to get off a lot of auto attacks, jumping even more, but with a spell shield from Morgana, going to be able to pick up, or going to be able to at least save the Tristana there. And these guys really trying to push in here, take out this turret, but a lot of damage coming out from the poking of this Morgana as well as the Tristana, as Caitlyn has gone AFK farming top BRB.
Wow, yeah, the Udyr is what do you call it? Oracles, that's what it is. I'm a giant noob. Anyways, turned out to be real handy as Hotshot is able to get that true damage nuke off onto Shaco to pick up that kill. But that aside, yeah, we just have so much farm from this Caitlyn. She's already up to 180, and it is, well, it's 22 minutes on my clock, but that's a little bit slow because we had to start the replay up ahead of time. But 20-ish minutes for almost 200 farm looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Taking a look at these items, though, kind of a little bit funky. Something I don't actually see a lot of Caitlyn's anymore, which is really shocking as far as the games that I'm playing at my ELO right now. But getting this Black Cleaver is something very, very interesting, especially when she hasn't paired that up with a Zeal quite yet. So she's going to be attacking, trying to shred armor, but not actually attacking all that fast. I don't know whether she was just using that advantage in kills early on. I don't know, but it seems to be working out really, really well for her. And just kind of something to, I guess, keep your eye on whether or not that's going to be playing very effectively into their favor.
Yeah, they don't really have a whole lot of armor. I mean, they have Wriggles, but there's not a whole lot of armor there. You have the Soraka heal, so you're really only going to be able to get some benefit out of the first 2 shots of that, because it's armor reduction, not armor negation. So I'm pretty sure you only get maximum of 0 on that. Caitlyn is going to get the shield from Janna, going to be doing awesome damage, 169 per shot. They're forced to flash away. Soraka getting really low in silence, taken completely out of that. But a 3-man ult from, and then Ragnarok gets HotshotGG out of there alive. The jump in from Tristana is absolutely going to get melted. Now they're going to turn on to the last member of their team. They're trying to heal Hotshot through Ignite. The Janna shield is good enough, and that's enough to save HotshotGG, flashing over the wall. And man, trying to snipe him with the Dark Binding does not work. And he says, chill out guys, I got this, and proceeds to turn around and attack the wolves with like 0 health. So apparently he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this guy's way too hardcore right now. Playing a really good game. Although these guys are really overstaying their welcome. Everybody's pretty low on mana, and some of these guys are just extremely low on health here. So I don't know why they're exactly they're sticking around this long. It looks like no wards over by Baron, so going for this dragon could be a little bit risky, but I highly doubt that a counter Baron is in order, as we have reached roughly the 24-minute mark here. As far as my screen goes, I know I had paused for a while. I don't know whether that affected it or not, but Udyr now lining up around, trying to clear any wards that he might come across, which appears to be none. And sitting there with the Janna as this mid tower down to 90 HP with help from the minions and this Caitlyn just putting constant pressure on. Looks like, wow, HotshotGG, fail.
I don't even know what to say right there. I was not paying attention. You want to go over what happened there?
I actually wasn't watching that either. I was actually trying to keep track of what was happening. This massive wave top and the fact that nobody was going up there to farm, that was actually seemingly more important than HotshotGG getting smoked there by the Tristana. But yeah, now Dragon is up and is going to go down to this Udyr-Janna combination.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why Udyr was just like standing there for 8 days, but they did have the dragon timing out. A little bit slow, so they did have to wait, but they did have the positioning, cleared out all the wards, and that's one more dragon down. So right now it's 19 to 10, 25 minutes in, and not looking good for, well, the opposing team. They do have a 6-5 Tristana, which is going to start to get really big, but she hasn't really completed her Infinity Edge yet, at least not that I can see, and so that's not going to mean that, I mean, it's going to mean she's not going to be as damaging as, say, a 217 farmed Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's going to be real pain. Not to mention, yeah, she's trying to go for that Infinity Edge, which definitely, if she gets some lucky crits off, could somehow amount to the damage that's being output from the Bloodthirster and Black Cleaver combination. Realistically speaking, probably not going to happen, but if she crits like literally every shot, then she could potentially match up to that, which is pretty solid for them. As Baron now actually in contention here, Udyr has gone back, so this might not be a very good situation for them. Which means that the Oracles actually isn't there, so in this pink ward going down, so I don't know, Shaco could definitely jump in here and smite this. What's going to happen here? Wow, Baron is actually going to go down there, but in my opinion, that's actually pretty lucky that Shaco wasn't there. The ward was down on Baron, and just really sloppy stuff. Yeah, you can see here Udyr even saying that they are pretty crazy there for going for that, but you know, they pick it up, and that's going to definitely spell pretty close to doom for the opposing team right now.
Yeah, this 0-3 and 5 Soraka is not too thrilled about the way things are going. You notice they've failed 2 surrenders so far, 3 to 1, so I'm going to guess that that one is her. They are moving in here. HotshotGG just does not afraid of anything. Nukes down the Morgana, and now the Shyvana is going to jump in there underneath the turret, goes ahead and falls down to this dominating Kassadin. And if you want to hit tab real fast and check out HotshotGG's build, he's got an Elysius Miracle, Banshee's Veil, Stinger, for some reason, Heart of Gold, and all this random crap, like no damage dealing items. He's just going like, I have 12, and what is this? Like, oh, now you see the Shaco with the troll wards. Oh my goodness, so many wards going down. Goes ahead and sells every single one of his items except for Boots of Mobility and Hella wards. So that's kind of how you know it's over. And right now, yeah, I'm not sure if this is Hotshot, but right now they're getting hella farm from all these wards. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, and I actually think they should honestly turn this around and just go for the farm on these wards here, because that is actually a ridiculous amount of wards. Although this turret is actually doing work against this team right now. Finally, that turret is going to go down, and DeJester saying, guys, come on, smarten up here, as Udyr and Kassadin kind of free farm on those wards, but 395 damage per shot on this Nexus. That's definitely going to go down there. So really interesting stuff there, and it looks like DeJester here trying to get a nice scrim for his team against CLG. Probably not going to happen, but not too shabby there. So pretty good gameplay all the way across the board. Shaco actually getting really underleveled there at the end, so that definitely played into the favor of our heroes, our donators of replays, HotshotGG's team here.
Yeah, and I was really impressed by LzH DeJester. He knows how to farm with Caitlyn for sure, and that definitely came up as they were able to hold them mid lane and push down through the towers. And then once HotshotGG came in there, well, I guess that was pretty much GG.
Yeah, all right. So I don't know if you got anything else to drop on me, but this is the only place you're gonna see this is with either my channel or Rapid's channel here. So guys, I hope you do appreciate our effort in scouring down these replays and finally finding some good ones. So unless Rapid, you have anything else to say, this is Frank, your all-knowing gamer, signing out.
Yeah, not a whole lot. That was a good game. Thanks for casting with me, and I guess that's GG.
GG.